Oh, hey guys, look, Hunter Biden is being held accountable for his laptop actions. This is definitely going to lead to something bad for the Biden crime. I think you can probably tell that I think that this is much ado about nothing, but hey man, we'll just go out there and we'll just go ahead and paint this appropriate picture before we get into the more, hilarious stuff at the end, just showing you what actual privilege is all about. I'm not going to be like one of these conserva cucks that come out here and say, see, this is exactly what white privilege is. I'm just going to tell you, hey man, if you're born into the right family, you can get away with, well, I'm sure if we dig deep enough into the laptop, actual murder, but theoretical murder, potential murder, that's out there. First son, Hunter Biden, was quizzed for more than 6 hours Thursday as part of a civil lawsuit brought by Delaware computer repair shop owner John Paul MacIsaac, who came into possession of the privileged political scion's now infamous laptop in 2019. Hey, that's the same year that the FBI was made aware of this situation. They have an open investigation that they'll get right on quick, sure. Hunter, 53. Did not answer questions from the Post reporter as he left the Wilmington law firm where his deposition took place. MacIsaac has sued the first son for defamation last year, alleging he left the store owner to twist in the wind for years while falsely insisting that the laptop was not his, that it had been stolen and in fact was Russian disinformation. Oh, I'm sorry, information that had been hacked. Even though everybody's like, yeah, no, here's the actual laptop. Rudy Giuliani had it. And it's like, oh, this is this laptop right here, and everybody could go ahead and corroborate it because there were other whistleblowers at the time. Y'all remember Tony Bobulinski? Yeah, he was the first guy to go out there. Yeah, I was sitting in on a bunch of those conversations as well, and everything that's in there I can go ahead and corroborate. But we don't talk to him because he's a part of QAnon or whatever the dumb shit was back in 2020. But we had all of those pictures that were down there, just showing how much Hunter Biden loves to hang out with the whores. I have no idea. Whores that have, stupid tramp stamps that cover up their C-section scars, I guess. I don't know, or something like that. But there's another one. He's definitely got a type, mid-looking, Slavic chicks. I don't know, but hey, at least he's got a mask on, I guess, some part. But, no, Hunter's all tuckered out for the day, right? Could have needed a little extra hit of that after a 6-hour-long deposition. Since the first son did not return to pick up his laptop, MacIsaac became the computer's legal owner. No, he hacked it by repossessing it, I guess. I don't know, or something like that. Aw, see, he's just a good father in that picture. See, he's got a sofa and everything, trying to look after his illegitimate kids that are out there. But more on them very, very quickly. But this picture's hilarious, okay, given the fact that none of them are wearing masks. Him and his, I'd assume that's probably Secret Service detail. Please wear a mask while on this property. As you can see, Hunter Biden brazenly breaking the rules one more time, and there will never, ever, ever be any consequences. Don't get your hopes up on this one, because that right there just goes to show you that the Biden family, well, they're all kind of linked into that whole Clinton crime family cabal, obviously, right? And they're some of the chosen people, not those chosen people, but, the ruling class. So there's rules for thee and not for me. We know all about his, no, was that federal? I think it was federal tax. Would have been because it was the IRS. So he ended up taking a plea deal. What was that, last week or the week before, in regards to that ongoing case? Oh yeah, just gonna go ahead and get a plea deal on that one. But hey, take a look. Trump is getting federally indicted. Ooh. Sweeping all that stuff under the rug, in conjunction with another lawsuit that was going on at the same time regarding his bastard. Nothing against the kid or the stripper that he knocked up. No, just his illegitimate kid. Hunter Biden settles with his baby mama under condition that the kid can't use his last name. And also, he was paying child support, allegedly, of $20,000, and then got that reduced to $5,000, where it's like, yo, objectively looking at that, $20,000 a month for child support is pretty ludicrous, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take Hunter's side on this one. $20,000 a month for child support? Like, okay, she was a former stripper. Yo, man, you're definitely funding her lifestyle on those payments, and even still, 5 Gs a month? And then also, not allowing the little oopsie to carry the Biden name. This is an all-around W for guys, but again, this will never be afforded. This type of ruling will never be afforded to the regular guy getting thrown through divorce court or paternity court. Like, you get a 75% reduction on your child support payments, and the only legal attachment that you have to this kid is through DNA now. Like, come on, man. Hunter Biden and Lunden Roberts. I wonder what her stage name is, because I don't think, you know, it doesn't really have that same appeal. Coming to the stage now, while you got Cherry Pie blasting in the background, or Kickstart My Heart, or I don't know, something off of a later Motley Crue album, probably Saints of Los Angeles, I don't know, blasting in the background. Coming to the stage next, the leggy blonde Lunden. Ugh. The mother of his 4-year-old child reached a settlement in their explosive child support dispute in court last week, which prohibits the first son's daughter from using the Biden family name. What the fuck, man? Okay, Lunden Roberts, 32, a former stripper that Hunter Biden knocked up in Arkansas. Not the first time somebody in the White House inadvertently knocked somebody up in Arkansas. If you know, you know, and if you don't, well, your life is probably in better hands. Had petitioned the court to rename her daughter Navy Joan Biden after paternity tests confirmed the Navy's biological father is Hunter Biden. Dun, dun, dun! Roberts reportedly wanted to change the daughter's surname so that Navy could benefit from carrying the Biden family name. Oh yeah, I don't know, this kid's probably got to worry about having Alzheimer's and dementia in the later years, so you better get some benefit after being the descendant of a, hopefully, one-term president. However, Hunter Biden has never met Navy and refuses to acknowledge her existence. Same with Joe. Oh, they have that in common. Like father, like son. Submitted court filings that opposed Navy Joan Roberts changing her surname to Biden, claiming that he wants her to have a peaceful existence. Yeah, exactly. Not one that can be, you know, directly traced back, unless, of course, you know all the scuttlebutt that went on in 2023. Changing her, life to live free of public scrutiny associated with the Biden family. Well, and also the mom kind of wants you to know that, hey, I fucked the first son. I was that stripper that he knocked up. Because women don't think long-term whenever it comes to public attention, okay? Wait a minute, now we're getting into a bitches ain't shit discussion. I thought this was all about Hunter Biden. Anyways, Roberts, who was initially receiving $20,000 in monthly child support. What the fuck? $20,000 in Delaware? Bruh, that shit you could be living in a fucking spot that's right across the road from the old man and his Corvette for that much money. Christ almighty. Oh yes, from Hunter agreed to have the monthly payments cut to $5,000 after she showed up to Biden's deposition, per the New York Post. The court drama escalated when Biden's lawyers tried to negotiate the monthly amount given Roberts 6 months ago, citing loss of earnings. 6 months ago, citing loss of earnings? Oh, come on. I know it's not exactly a popular vocation for a 30-year-old, but there are still, you know, plenty of 30-year-old strippers that are out there. Come on now. You can work the day shift. But the single mom refused and demanded that the president's son provide detailed financial records that showed the alleged loss of earnings. That's why they ended up coming to an agreement and settling on some sort of a plea deal. Oh, you want detailed financial records? Oh, those are still under investigation with the feds right now. I can't quite do that. After failing to meet the court-issued deadlines to provide the documents, the judge ordered him to appear in person at last week's deposition, which resulted in the two reaching a settlement. Hilarious. He ends up not fulfilling a court order, and then she ends up taking an L in the overall. What else is going on here? Well, actually, there's more to the settlement as well, which also kind of lets you know what other types of money laundering schemes the Bidens are up to. Not the illegitimate ones. Can't use the last name. Hunter Biden's 4-year-old daughter won't get his last name, but she will get one of his paintings. So that's going to be a confusing conversation to have later in life. Okay, your dad who's not, you know, recognized as your dad, but he's actually, you guys are linked genetically. Sorry about that. Hopefully you don't get the addiction gene that's in there as well. It's going to be a tough thing as well, because god damn it, it's like, okay, your single mom is a former stripper and your deadbeat dad is a former crackhead. Man, I feel bad for this kid. But at least you're a descendant of a president. It's kind of a similar situation to other descendants of presidents growing up in a single mother household. Just nicer accommodations. Anyways, settlement agreement with baby mama reveals president's son will give the child a piece of his artwork worth up to $500,000 for an aspiring painter. That seems to be his only job on the record. So that's why I also see the end of that going, oh, okay, cool. He has to turn over financial records, but yeah, no, I'll just go ahead and we'll settle this out of court, and I'll just give you one of these paintings, and you can probably sell it before the end of the term. If you know, you know, and if you don't worry about it, and you can probably make a pretty fine penny off of it. Okay. The wording of an agreement reached between Hunter Biden and his Arkansas ex-stripper was published Thursday, and it shows a 4-year-old daughter will be giving some of his paintings even if she won't get his surname. The deal ends years of bitter wrangling between Biden and Lunden Roberts over support to the 4-year-old Navy Joan Roberts. Part of the deal was redacted before release to the Independence County Circuit Court in Arkansas. But they show Biden, who took up painting as part of recovery from alcohol and drug addiction, must hand over some of his finished canvases. And he's like, that's fine, I can just shit something out on paper and then just, sell it to a Chinese businessman, because access is access, right, folks? The child shall select the painting. It's a 4-year-old picking paintings, so they're just going to go with the biggest one or the most colorful one, which shall either be sent to the child or sent to a gallery designated by Lunden Roberts. No, we'll just take it because we know that we can flip this at a later date for a huge profit. The net proceeds of any sales and paintings shall be wired to an account designated. Oh, it's okay. So put into a trust. Okay, account designated by Lunden Roberts. We already know the price or the valuation of these paintings is total fucking cap, so they could just go ahead and manipulate them. Oh, wow, it just so happens that the one that you picked was the lowest price they've ever sold anything for. Wow, it's just kind of weird. Just a mere coincidence, right? Because they're all of such stunning high quality like this. I don't know, wannabe Aztec piece. I don't know. Maybe he's got the little, goofy fingers. It's just better to suss out what's crack and what's Parmesan cheese or what's drywall on the carpet. I don't fucking know. But I'll be completely honest, I can kind of see why Hunter, even in a drug-induced stupor, decided to go Monday Night Raw. I can understand. I can see what was going on there, even though she is 32 at the time, or right now, 28, 27. Yeah, no, I can see it. Not something that I would do, especially given the fact that he was paying this bitch $20,000 fucking dollars. That could prove to be a very tidy haul, with the novice artist's paintings valued at up to $500,000, in part to his famous name that Navy won't be able to use. Again, just such a fucking weird conversation that this kid and his baby mama are gonna have at one point in time. Plaintiff withdraws her counterclaim for name change of the child, says Clause 9 of the order, which was first reported by CNN. It comes after, or during, a tumultuous period for the president's son. Yeah, he's being deposed in a very serious and definitely legally binding civil case, and then also pleading out of his tax affair and, disposal of a gun across the street from a fucking school that resulted in, lol, what was it, a 3 months probation? Unfucking believable. All part and parcel about being a Biden, but sorry, kid, you're a Roberts. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.